Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes roster review. So, we've got Mini Grogu here from Desert Hermits again. So, a little bit of backstory on this one, because I did say I was going to do 2 roster reviews in a week, but I didn't actually intend to do 2 guildmates in a week. And for those of you who are on Discord, you may be looking and thinking, hang on, Grogu wasn't even on the list. So a little bit of backstory. Earlier this week, may have been last week at this point, Grogu actually got in touch with me and said, do you mind having a look at my account? Not actually a roster review, but he just said, can you have a look at my account? Just as a mentor kind of request. And I did say I'd have a look at it. And then this past week's been a bit weird for me, so I've just not got around to doing it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to actually do a roster review for it, but I will also try and do a bit of mentoring within. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to treat it like a normal video, but I'm also going to do a little bit more that's different. Those of you who watch this regularly, let me know what you like about the different stuff, because maybe we can incorporate that into the main part of the series. So, without further ado, let's have a look at what Grogu's got. So, okay, so Grogu, no GLs as of yet. We've got a Gas, a DR, JKR, and a Malik though, so very nice top tier tunes. Okay, when we come to stats, Grogu is 3.976 million GP, so you're on the cusp of 4 million, so please give me a shout out when you hit 4 mil, because that's a nice little milestone. 1.648 million for the top 80, 1.431 for the top 65, and fleet GP 1.755, so closing in on 2 mil for fleet. Well done there. Zetas, you got 55, you've got 30 gear 13s. When it comes to your relic breakdown, no 8s, but hopefully that'll change soon. You've got 6 relic 7s, 12 relic 5s, and 9 relics 4 or below. Sweet mods coming in. You've got 125 plus, 1620 pluses, and 4915 pluses, and you've got 5 offense mods of 4%, between 4% and 6%. So, with all that out of the way, let's have a look at your roster, break it down, and we're going to work out what's going on with it, first of all. So, let's get that on the screen. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Let's go through your factions very quickly. 5-0 first. Nice, solid, all relic 5, gas 7. I like it. Gone for an offense build. Nice bit of chunky protection. 261 speed. Quite a good offense as well, so I like that. That's a nice gas build. Protection, okay. Crit damage, bit of offense and speed. Bit more protection in secondary as well, and then speed, protection, very nice. Okay, 5s, how have you got him? Got speed, protection, double health, protection, speed, defense, protection, health, speed, health, alright, and speed, protection, primary, health, primary, protection, secondaries, okay. Totals are looking very nice. 88k health, 93k protection. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little jealous of that. Yeah, I think I think all of my 5s would like stats like that. I mean, it's not necessarily it's that you've got a nice balance, for lack of other way of saying it. You've got a nice chunk of health, you've got a nice chunk of protection, but you haven't compromised on speed. So they are very nice 5s mods. I'm actually a little jealous, I'll admit. I mean, you could have maybe pushed that close to 100k, or you could have maybe pushed the health to 90k, but honestly, I think you've got a very nice balance there, because you could I mean, I don't know if you can do it, but I would suspect that would be alright for the cam mission. Maybe a little shy, but if you got Relic 7, I bet you could do it. So, yeah, I'll hold my hands up, I'm a little jealous there. Rex, let's have a look here. So, one thing matters with Rexy, 297, good speed, could be a little faster, 300 plus I like, but 297, I'm not pinching pennies over that. Echo. Okay, so I've just had a little look online, because I want to make sure I get this right. When it comes to the cam mission, the goals I'm seeing online for what you want your Echo. Speed between 180 and 200, that's if you're going for a slow Echo build. So if that is the case, we're looking a little out to begin with. Physical damage between 7,500 and, well, over 7,500, so your damage is looking a little low. Special offense over 11,000, so again looking a little bit low. I would like to do a comparison there though. I'm curious if Relic 7 would solve that problem. Okay, so just looking at what you've got, if you were to go up to Relic 7, you would still be a little shy. I mean, the physical damage, it would only go up to 6,546, and if you got to Relic 7, the special damage would only go up to 9,742. So on paper, you could do with more offense. Now, what that says to me, you have got quite a lot of speed here. So in theory, you can afford to lower the speed a little. Because the speed target was between 180 and 200. So you've got quite a lot you can drop there. I mean, 50. So that 50 speed, you could probably reinvest in offense somewhere. So by no means is this bad. It's just an opportunity to remod. What I would counter all this with though, because I'm just using one thing I'm seeing online here. You've got 255 speed. In theory, that means you're taking more turns. So even though your offense is down, it is possible that you could actually still do alright, in the sense that because you've got the more speed, you'll be taking more turns to deal more damage, if that makes sense. So it's okay in a way. It'll probably do you okay, but if you wanted to try and hit the targets people are set online, like saying what works for them, maybe you could switch the speed and offense around. Okay, Arc Trooper. Okay, so again, I'm just looking this up because Arc Trooper's another I'm not that familiar on. The speed target is between 280 and 310, so you're in the golden zone there. And the physical damage is anything higher than 10,000, so you're just a little bit shy there. Again, potentially taking him up to Relic 7 or Relic 8 for Lord Vader would get you to 10,000. So maybe not a remod job, maybe just a Relic job. But yeah, with that in mind, I would say what you got looks good for the clones. Yeah, I am curious how you're feeling with that though, because I'm just basing it on the one thing we use the clones for in the game, which is the cam mission. If you are actually feeling good with your clones, i.e. don't want to remod, by no means don't, because I've said it already, I love that 5s. I think that is a nice 5s build. But yeah, if you have something else in mind, like maybe there's another game mode that you're thinking about, let me know, because I've just got cam in mind. Alright, Bad Batch. Nothing going on here, no unlocks. Come on, we haven't got to worry about bloating GP. You could probably get over 4 million by just unlocking them. Maybe not, but still. Okay, Bounty Hunters. Okay, so we've got Bosky Boy, Bulba, Django, IG, all at 11 plus. You got Grief and Mando at 7-star. Okay, that feels a little bit painful. They're great Bounty Hunters. So for GA especially, I would advise gearing them up a little when you have time. I don't know what your current farm is right now, so hopefully I'll work that out as we're going along. Droids, okay. Not a big GG, but you've got B1, B2, IG built up for gas, I presume, and Droidka did this job there as well. Okay. You're stuck in Tamin's spot with GG. You're doing better than Tamin. Tamin's only got gear 9, I think, at best. Maybe gear 8 to GG. No Zetas. So you're definitely doing better. What I would say, though, don't get stuck in my trap. Just try and get him to Relic as fast as you can. Then you've got a team. A team! Empire. Okay, you've got Relic 7 Vader. Are you part of... Yeah, of course you're part of Fat Kid's posse. Yeah, you've got offense, you've got potency. I feel like I name check Fat Kid so often. He never reciprocates. Alright, 115% potency, so you've got a nice chunk there. I like it. Speed's a little low. I don't always worry about that, especially in the current Vader comps, because Even if you use full Empire, you could probably still get to something respectable, about 270, 280 speed. He's still going to be slower than some of the top teams, but you could probably take down, say, the B to C tier teams quite comfortably with him. So, yeah, it depends what you use your Vader for, and that to me doesn't look too bad. It's a bit of a shame, you know, if you can get more speed. I keep saying to myself, if I can get more speed on my Vader, I'll do it. But if you're only using him for the B to C tier teams, then yeah, that's not bad. Thrawn, no rally levels. How much speed? 253. Okay, I said it in the last roster review I did for Jacko. 300. 300's the goal, especially at rally level. I'm going to say at rally level, yeah, Thrawn can survive now. He can take a few hits, so you got to give him the speed. Honestly, he's a crack at it. So just give it to him. I'm trying to work out what your farm is though. I keep saying it, but I don't want to neglect anything. Chirper, you got Zeta. Yeah, I'm going to assume you got 3PO with that. Did you? Yeah, you got 3PO. Congratulations on that. R2 Rally 2. Okay. JML maybe? We'll soon find out. First Order. Yeah, no one's bowing to that First Order. Let's move along. Move along. Galactic Republic. Okay, so we've got Rally 3 Padme, Rally 7 Kenobi, Rally 4 Anakin, Rally 3 Ahsoka. Okay, so you got a pretty decent Padme team. If you needed to use 3PO with Rebels, depending if you've got them, you got R2 there as well. So you got options. I'm liking those options. Geos. I don't think you're doing the Geo mission, are you? No, some facts letting you down. Could probably do okay in GA defense. Let's say okay in the sense that maybe it'll trip something up, but I wouldn't be overly scared of them either. Thought I'd just check Jawas after the last roster review. Okay, so you got Qui-Gon Army. Well, let's see what you got around it. So you got JKR, Jolie, got Old Ben. Okay, let's just start with Jolie. I always like Jolie's. You're going for an health build, 103k health. Low tenacity though. Okay, so I say it to everyone. This is my personal preference, and I still believe it to be right. Mod for tenacity. I will stand on this hill until my dying day at this point. Jolie has 100% tenacity, so people instinctively think, so he doesn't need tenacity. Read the next line. In addition, at the start of the battle, he gains bonus critical avoidance equal to half of his tenacity. So, you give him 100% tenacity, he is going to gain 50% crit avoidance. It might not seem much, but then when you slap a 35% crit avoidance arrow on him, he's up to 85% crit avoidance. Then, when you're adding in tenacity in your secondaries, he's getting over 100% crit avoidance, which means he isn't going to be crit easily. You're going to need someone who is over 100% crit chance to actually crit him. So, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to give him the tenacity. I've used tenacity mod sets, and then done tenacity on the cross, crit avoidance on the arrow, health primaries on the triangle and circle, and then health secondaries throughout. I've not got over 100k health yet, but that is a challenge without full health sets, so I'm not worried about that. I actually think if I could invest in Riley Kate, I could get there, but that might be a hill too far for me right now. But honestly, I enjoy the build. I'm using it on Crimson. I love it. I think it's very rarely does Jolie die on me. Put it like that. I think if he dies, it's because he's got a revive in. He brought the team back, but they all died straight away because they hadn't got the survivability, and then he just didn't have enough turns to get the revive back. So it's not down to his modding. It's down to the fact that he just can't get the revive to work, essentially. So that would be the way I would do it personally. I would just make it so that he cannot be crit. So I'm putting it out there. That's my view. I will say though, health pool was impressive. My personal feeling though, you could swap it to someone else who could make better use of it. Okay, JKR. 276 speed, a little bit slow. Even with a Darth Revan in the mix, with a gas in the mix, I would say aim for 300 at least. You know, I think that would be the way to go, so... Yeah, that's 2 of said 300. I know I'm asking a lot there, but JKR, he likes being fast. If you don't go for speed, what I would say, switch to offense mods. It might seem a bit counterintuitive, but I've seen a few gases, sorry, not a few gases, a few JKRs that have got offense mod sets. Good speed secondaries, but they aren't that fast. It's around that ballpark you're at. And they catch people out, or at least they catch me out every now and again, for the simple reason you think they aren't fast, so you might take something in that's a bit slower, or maybe not a cleaner counter, and people just go in and underestimate it. So it's an option. I'm not saying go in for it, but maybe one to consider. It would then allow you to use some speed sets elsewhere, but honestly, if you're happy with the speed set, you keep using it. I would just advise trying to up the speed, try and find better mods. Okay, so you got your Hermit Yoda at 2. I'm really sensing a JML farm here, but I'm maybe just guessing here. Qui-Gon. Yeah, Qui-Gon Army. I'm curious how you're finding it. 233 speed, so he gains... Does he gain 30? Yeah, they have 30 speed, so I'm assuming he gains the 30 as well. So, 263 with the lead. Yeah, I couldn't really say much about Qui-Gon just as far as stats, but what I would assume when he's at Relic, you want to mod him for health and protection as much as anything, so he's a bit hard to chew down, so that's even while... Well, there are two ways, obviously. You can build him to be weak so that he gets nuked easier and then JKA can just nuke the opposition team. Or if you want to actually try and make it so that he's a pseudo-tank, you build him up with health and protection so that they can't knock him down easily. And then maybe someone like JKR's there as well who can heal him straight back up with Saviour. So there are two ways of doing it. Yeah, I'm curious which way you go about it, because I'm assuming you're going to take him to Relic at this point. I'm assuming, I might be wrong. But yeah, let me know. That could be a fun one. Okay, so Night Sisters, a little bit squishy. Did skip your Mandalorians, anything going here? Alright, I've got a team. Missing the Armourer. If you got the Armourer from your marquees and you just haven't unlocked her, get her unlocked. Even at 3 stars she can do work, so she could do more than Bo at 4 star, let's say that. And if you didn't get her via the marquees, that's bloody unlucky. Alright, what next? Rebels. Okay, Rebels are a little bit squishy. With you having 3PO, I thought he'd be ready for one faction, so it looks like the Galactic Republic. Yeah, if you're going for JML, you've got a bit of a way ahead with these 3. I mean, it's certainly a good farm if that's what you're doing. I mean, you got Old Ben, you got R2. It's why I'm kind of thinking you're going down that road. But yeah, CLS, Chewie, Han, they will need some attention. They're well worth it. Honestly, they're well worth it. But yeah, I can't exactly work out if that's what you're thinking. I mean, 3PO and Chewie at 2, Mon at 5. I'm assuming you're working on Mon, but maybe you've just got those stars passively. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm thinking you're going for JML or JKL. Resistance, not a lot going on here. When I saw your first order, I had a feeling that'd be the case because I doubted you'd have BB-8 yet. Scoundrels, Nest 7-star, gear 9. She could do with a bit more love and attention. She actually isn't that bad to gear at this point. It's gear 11 to 12 she gets nasty, so you're going to need a lot of eyeballs for that. I think it was eyeballs and stun guns she required. But if you can just get past that final hurdle, then she isn't too bad. I mean, I've said to myself on Tamin, I might have to pause a relic farm once Executor's done and just get her to relic 7 because she could be nasty at that level. So, yeah, just one for your thoughts as well. Seppies, we've had a look at a few of them. Dooku at relic, I like that. Let's have a look. .254 speed, could be a little quicker, but not bad. Bit of potency, good. But yeah, Sith. Okay, got Relic 7 Sidious, so maybe I've been barking up the wrong tree. Because doing Relic 7 Sidious and not going for C is a heavy investment. So, yeah. I mean, I've come into this blind. I have not got any clue what you're doing. So, I am guessing C based on this, but those relics like Old Ben stood out a bit. More R2 than Old Ben. Old Ben can work in a Jedi team, but R2 hasn't really got a home. So, I am thinking it's JML, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just guessing. But if you are going for C, you've got 2 requirements there. You've got Darth Vader. Palpatine will need a bit of work, but it looks like he's getting it. Maul's at 11, Savage is at 7. Well, Savage isn't needed. Dooku's on his way. Tarkin's at 7, Piet's at 7, Veers, Stark, Krennic. Yeah, I completely missed it. Completely missed it. So it looks like you're on for C. How's your bomber? Yeah, you got your bomber done. So yeah, I would say that that's looking good then in that way. Let's see, Sith Empire just to wrap up. Yeah, they're all looking solid. What's your speed on Revan? 330, okay. I had a feeling when I saw your JKR that your Darth Revan would be better. How's your Malak? 124 protection, 288 speed, 152 tenacity. Interesting split of stats. I was talking about it the other day when I was talking about Crimsons. I've had lower tenacity but higher speed. It kind of works good, so maybe one to consider, but if you're happy, you don't need to switch. BSF, how's she looking? Ooh, okay, so you've still got BSF slower than Malak. That's impressive. Not a good impressive. I mean, I wouldn't particularly make her slow. Yeah, not great secondaries on her. Even if you want BSF slower than Malak, I'd make Malak faster and then BSF faster still. So, yeah, maybe not one I'm a fan of there. What I will say though, your Sith Empire faction looks great. I mean, Assassin isn't there, but you don't need her. You know, that's just me just noticing it. But, yeah, Marauder, set. I want my Marauder. I want a Marauder. Yeah, I see Marauder and I get jealous. People have a nice Marauder and I'm just sat there with Set. Set's nice, he's not bad, but I like that option Marauder gives you, whether you want to put Marauder with Set, if you want Marauder instead of Set. Oh, you make me jealous, you Marauder owners. I'm going to have to get one day. But yeah, so that is what I'm seeing here. Now, I am going to do that new thing I've said, so let's just bring another screen up. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone on Grand Ivory and Mini Grogu here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate how I would remod the account, or at least how I'd target stats. So I'm going to just auto-generate the list, just get all these characters into the modding order. So let's just go generate here. Okay, so it prioritises your arena team first, and then it prioritises your other toons as far as what you need. Now, it does have presets, so I'm actually going to apply some targets just to start with. So, I'm just thinking what I was thinking about when I was going through these. JKR, let's put JKR in there. Okay, to be honest, right, that actually looks okay. So, let me just go here, let's have a look at the specifics. So, we're going to make sure you got a speed arrow here, speed set. And let's just drop this down. Actually, that all looks okay. We don't really need the potency. Let's just save it like that. Jedi Revan, he just cares about speed, nothing else. So he doesn't need crit damage. It doesn't need the special damage. Want speed set as well. Okay. Malik. I'm just going to see what comes out. Like I say, if you didn't want this, you could just ignore it. To be honest, you can ignore all this, but as far as this is what I'm thinking, this is what I would do. Okay, so we're going to put them primaries in, and hopefully it'll work something out based on them. Thrawn, said it already, just needs speed. So let's just put a speed set in, speed arrow, and let's just like, no, we don't want it thinking about anything else. That's what we do when it goes down to 0. We're saying, don't worry about those stats. You just want to focus on speed. 100% of the focus on speed. Kenobi, we're going to just alter the build. We're going to build him as a Padme lead. I believe you got a Padme team. Let me just bring the game up. Yeah, you have got a Padme team, haven't you? Yeah, just double checking. Okay, so let's bring that back up. There we go. So Padme lead's right. BSF, speed. So looks like the mods will work that out for you. Speed, speed, save. Again, we're going to just use the actual preset build here for Padme lead. You can do that with PvP. I'm not going to change that too much. Grievous. Yeah, Gear 12, maybe it'll be good mods for when he's at Relic, so I'll leave that in. Vader, we'll leave that for now. Offense for Yoda, that's a nice build, I like that. Healer, we're going to swap this. And I'm going to test out what I've said to you. So crit avoidance, tenacity, health, and we're going to go for... what was your Jolie's Relic level? Let me just check that. Relic 5. He could probably get away with it. So we're going to try the 3 tenacity sets. And we want 100% focus on health. He doesn't need speed. Jolie isn't a speedy toon. You know, you maybe put 10 on him, but he doesn't need that much. Okay, so B2 Super Battle Droid. I tend to go for something along these lines, but yeah, if it doesn't land, we can always switch things around. I like the idea of crit avoidance so he isn't taking hits easily, but then after that we've got protection, and potency just so the mow down works. So do that. Dooku, no need to switch things around there. JKR lead. I personally always go for the anti-mallet rebuild here, just for the fact that the pre-build, just for the fact that I tend to try Padme versus... well, I like the idea that Padme can take down DR if needed, so we'll keep that in. Also, that would work with CLS, I imagine. HK, keep set. We're going to just tweak him a little. I did see what you did on yours, and I'm just going to tweak it in a little bit. We're going to go for that. Just drop the speed all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to just up the defense to 100 there, and hopefully it'll work it out. B1. B1, we're going to go for, let's just check this, we're going offense and potency mods. We'll go for a speed arrow, but everything else is offense. Okay. Hopefully that does it right. Droidica will leave. Hermit Yoda doesn't need messing with. They haven't got a Qui-Gon build yet. And I think that would be it, because the majority of your big toons then have been modded. Okay, so let's just optimize these. Let's see what comes out. Maybe it'll give something good. Okay, so this is basically the list of what you haven't got. So, it recommended changing your gas mods. It says you could get more health and protection, more speed. Actually, let me just back out a second. So we're already changing it, okay? We're going lock 5s. I've said that. I love your 5s build, so I don't want to touch it. So we're going to re-optimize. We're going to say, right, do not touch 5s. So here, it's up your protection and your health a bit, up your speed a bit. Your damage went down, though. So, I'll be honest, I actually liked your gas build as well, so I'm going to leave gas as he is. So you can do this, though. You don't have to change things. Okay, so here, we got Rex up to 312. It did nick mods off Revan and Malak though, so we'll have to see if that's worth the while down the road. But we got 312 on Rex, which could be nice. Echo with a remod. Let's see, he got up to 6,736, 10,000 plus special damage, so he did hit the cam targets there. And that's without those two mods being 6E. Arc, just shy of the 10,000 physical offense, so again, slicing a 6E to 6B could do it. Now, that's where the suffering came from. Darth Vader really took a hit. JKR got a bump. Malak actually balanced out in my view. You got a touch up on protection. The health went up. I mean, you don't really need the health, but if you're talking about the overall pool, the health and protection pool did go up. The tenacity went down, but you're still at 100%. You know, unless you're facing something that's got 100% potency, you're going to be tenacious. But yeah, Darth Vader really took a hit there. Okay, so let's just play it like that then. How about we say Darth Vader doesn't get altered? What will it try now? Okay, so this time the speed went down. So this is the thing, right? If that happens, it's probably better just leaving what you've got. Okay, so with this one, the speed went down, but you did get the offense again. Maybe just a little shy on special damage, but again, mod rolls would do that. Again, just a little shy on the physical damage, but you're looking good there. Tenacity's a little bit of a weird choice from the optimizer. I never did that. Let's optimize it by don't break mod sets. I don't like that. I really wish that came automatically. Okay, so still looking good here. Okay, so you're a little shy there, 9,553, but that is much closer to the 10k goal, and I'm sure Relic 7 would do that. And if not, you've got a few offense secondaries you could roll, so again, that looks good. 300 on JKR. Your protection took a hit there, but your tenacity's still up. Yeah, that might not be the best choices, so try and think what you could do with this. Let's try and make sure it's going for these two mod sets. Well, hang on, let's not even go for that. Let's try and make sure that it's going for tenacity. Okay, so this time the speed went up, the protection went down. Did that actually do anything? I don't think it did anything. Let's throw in another tenacity set just to... Actually, let's go all tenacity. Let's just see how it copes with that. Because again, it depends what's in your roster. Okay, so that wouldn't be good. You'd lose both health and protection. So maybe instead go for defense mods. This is what you do essentially. You just keep playing around with it. And it does take time. It's like any remod, but how I find it on the optimizer, it searches for you rather than you having to go through your own in-game list. Okay, so that wouldn't really work. Your speed drops drastically, your tenacity drops, your health and protection drops, so that just wouldn't work. So maybe what you've got is okay, simply put. So let's lock your Malak. Let's see what else you've got. Okay, so Thrawn, you can get up to 294. That's much healthier. And when you think it's only... The only thing it'll do is nick off tunes below in the priority order. So, you know, the actual big tunes aren't affected. So, yeah, 294 looks great on Thrawn. Kenobi, you're getting up to... For a Padme to build, don't forget where you want health. 110k health, that is absolutely fantastic. So, I'm loving that there. I think that'd be a great Kenobi build. Let's see, Bastille Shan Fallen, you can get up to 274, which I believe is quicker than your... Or is it... I'm trying to think what your Malak is currently. Let's have a look. 288, so it'd still be slower than Malak, but it'd be at least quicker, which is the aim. Let's see then. Anakin, a little bit quicker, even under a Padme lead. You got potency to get through a Malak, and your physical damage went up, so they look good. Padme lead. Speed came down a bit, but that doesn't matter too much. In fact, Padme did take a hit here in a few of the stats. Health came down 9k. Yeah, this is the problem with mod juggling. What is your Padme's relic level? 3. In theory, you could boost that back up by relic enough. but that is a bit of an investment. Okay, let's try a remod. Let's see what happens if you give her 3 health sets. Not great still. 78, so she still takes a hit, but that might be a better blow. I mean, you look here, there's no health secondaries. That's the bummer. So maybe what we can do, this is where we tweak it even more. Let's have it that they prioritise health, because it's got crit damage here. She doesn't need that. Potency, she lands the stun pretty much every time. Physical damage, that isn't needed. Let's just see what it is when the optimizer is told, right, look for health. There we go, that's a bit closer. So we've got 80k health. It's a little drop from the 84. Speed's come down by 40, but I don't find Padme teams need to be super quick. So it would be a bit of a weird turn order as things stand, so we could do with adjusting Anakin a bit. In fact, let's just throw her above him in the order, and then what we're going to do, we're going to ask the optimizer to give him an offense arrow. That might fix it, because then he'll just be a little slower because he loses 30 from the arrow. Okay, so Padme 85, so she actually got a bump there. And actually that works out quite well. Still got the potency, crit damage, and physical damage, so that works quite well in the end. 244 on Darth Vader, potency, crit damage. Yeah, I mean, a bit more potency wouldn't hurt, but with getting rid of potency sets, that's bound to happen. Yeah, I don't really know what more I can add there. If you wanted to get potency in, we could always try that, just see how that works. So, do offense potency. And I'm going to just nitpick while I'm here and go for an offense triangle. Okay, so Vader now, not much quicker. Potency's closer to 100, but it's still a drop from the one near 115. But the physical damage has gone up. So that one, I would say, is your call. I mean, all but one of these, sorry, all but 2 of these mods can be rolled. So that could actually get some good speed. Maybe not the square. That could roll. And that could roll. So you've got options. That Vader doesn't look bad. I get the feeling, yeah, one of your mods was stolen from Yoda there. Yeah, you've dropped in speed. Damage went up though. It went from 10,714 to 10,924, so not the worst change. Now Jolie will look bad. There's no line there. Going from 103 to 63. Tenacity went up from 145 to 133, so he has 100% tenacity to begin with. So I've got to work this out for you. And I'm just bringing his kit up as well, so I can just remind myself the numbers. He has 100% plus 100% tenacity. So let's get the calculator open. So he starts off at 100. Then the optimizer. The optimizer is giving 133. So plus 133.66. Then half of that is going into... Oh, okay. I do know maths, I'm just not showing it very clearly. Plus 100. Oh. Oh. Now I'm just not doing very good at keyboarding. Okay. So 233.66 tenacity as things stand. He gains half of that in crit avoidance. So divide by 2. That is 116.83 crit avoidance. Now, from his current mastery, and sorry, not his current mastery, he's also already got, with the mods and his mastery, he's got plus 31 as well. So plus 31.5. That means he's got nearly 150% crit avoidance. So someone is going to have over 150 crit chance to get through it. I would consider it. I would honestly consider it. If you don't, you want to stick with the 100 health, I feel like I've spoke to a lot of people and not convinced them. But I'm looking here and thinking tenacity, you could roll it, get a health roll there as well. Here, you got health. Here. Ooh. Okay, so that was where the optimizer did fail. It did report it. It said that it couldn't find a health tenacity triangle. So you would need to find one. But it has compensated by giving you a 2% health roll, so there is that as well down the road. You got health there as a percentage, which is nice. Shame there's none there. If you find a crit avoidance arrow with speed and a health, throw that on Jolie. And then health there. So you haven't got bad stats. There are things you can work with. But yeah, you would need to boost the health pool just to make it worthwhile in the long run. But I implore you to at least look into this, even if you don't want to switch immediately. Let's have a look here. So the crit avoidance went up to 24% naturally from the arrow. Potency dropped a little, but that doesn't look too bad to me. A little bits of drops, I would say, but your health pool went up saying that. That's not too bad. Palpatine got a little bump. Dooku got a speed bump. Let's just see who else she got. Bastila got a speed bump. C-3PO got a speed and potency bump. Marauder took a little hit on damage and crit damage, so sorry about that. You may want to... I mean, I'll be honest, let's switch them around because I think that'd be the way you'd want it. Let's put Marauder above Asajj. Again, I'm just using the pre-optimized thing, so you can alter this in any order you want, put the tunes in whatever priority order you want. So, just like that, I'm thinking Marauder is probably a bigger tune for you than Asajj, so Marauder gets priority over the mods. So, yeah, still takes a hit, though. That is weird. You could always say to it, though, like I've been doing, you can just say to it, right, just let me keep the mods on Marauder as they are. So, no big deal. HK takes a bit of a hit. Physical damage went up, though, so not that big a hit. Set, that will change a lot based on the things I put in. The protection went down a lot. In fact, I would actually say yours was better, so I will actually revert that. Yeah. Lock in Set. And we'll lock in Marauder as well. So yeah, it's funny, this all started because you did say to me you felt like your modding needed discussing, and honestly, I think some of your modding's been good. I mean, if I'm right, you work with Ash online, and Ash knows his mods, so it's not like you needed a lot of help. But just a few things I'm seeing, it's like, yeah, it's just little tweaks. Okay, so B1, what's it come out with here? It's lower speed, potency's dropped, but the damage has gone up. So that could be nice. That could be nice in the long run. Remember, you could always use BB. I know you've got to unlock BB-8, but if you get BB-8 and you don't build up First Order or Resistance, really, just unlock BB-8, get BB-8 build up, and you can put him in the GG Droid team. It'll boost the speed of the team, and it means you can have all-out offense and not worry about speed. I'm skipping a fair bit here because I think the important stuff's gone now, but yeah. Hopefully that's an insight in how I look at modding as far as what I would do with top tunes. I would seriously look at some of those top ones with the clones and the Revens, Malik, etc. But I've already said it. I think your Gash, your Fives, your Malik, I think they were good. I don't think they needed massive work. So yeah, this is all just little tweaks rather than this must change. So yeah, I don't really know what to say, Grogu. I think you've got some good stuff here. If you're going for C, good luck. You didn't really ask for this review, but if you do want me to follow up with it, give me a shout. If you want more details, just ping me online. I'll respond if I have a red dot on Discord. And yeah, same to everyone, by the way, because obviously this is for my channel, it's not just for Grogu, but if any of you do want me, just ping me on Discord, I do respond. But yeah, other than that, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've enjoyed the insight into how I mod tunes or how I use the optimizer, let me know. If you want to see more of this, like how I would remod, then let me know as well. I can always use this system again. But if not, hope you've enjoyed the video, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now, everyone.